Hi everyone, it's me again, Serena from Serena's Creations. Guess what? Today is my day 18. 18 days I have been sticking under 1,800 calories. I have been eating 300 calories every 2 hours, starting at 9 a.m. I eat at 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, and 7. So today, I had a little bit of a sugar shock. So I'll get to the sugar shock in just a second. But this morning, what did I eat this morning for breakfast? This morning, I had the quiche, those little quiche that I had gotten. They were prepared things that we had gotten at Sam's, and they're in a little crust, and they have a little bit of egg and cheese, and some of them have ham and Swiss, and the other one has Swiss and spinach. So I had 4 of those this morning. That was my breakfast. And then for lunch, I finally finished off the Zaxby's that I had from 2 days ago. I had 3 of those little chickens left, and I had that today with the rest of the sauce. Remember, I had only used half the sauce yesterday, so I used the rest of that sauce today. And then I had my little ham wraps with the cream cheese in them. I had that as one of my mini meals. I had a yogurt with some, I had the yogurt, and then I also had a cup that had some strawberries and blueberries and Jell-O and Cool Whip in it. So I had the 2 of those together. When I was DoorDashing, I had my little nut mixture, the cashews, the little baby babble cheese, and my wheat thins. So that's what I had today. When I got home, finally, I had one of the Philly cheesesteak, the little Uno Philly cheesesteak, because they just taste really good. I can eat them before my husband eats them all. He just made himself 5 for dinner. 5 of them. I got so I have to enjoy them right now while I can. But I did go to the store today also, so I'll talk a little bit about what I picked up at the store also. But let me now tell you about my sugar shock. So Parker's gas stations right now have a $6.99 special where it's a monthly thing. You pay $6.99 a month, and you can get 1 large fountain drink a day. So me, especially with the price of what, my Diet Coke is right now, I was thinking, oh, well, this would be really good. It'd be worth it for me, because I could get the soda after I got off of work. I could stop at the gas station, and then I have it for while I'm door dashing, and then, for the evening time or whatever, just to be able to sip on. So I get to Parker's today, the same one that I stop at normally, and they were out of Diet Coke. And I was like, oh man, really? This was only my 2nd day of going and getting the drink. Okay, now I can go to any Parker's, but it just happens to be this one is on my way after I get off of work. So I'm like, oh. Well, they do have Diet Pepsi, but I have already told you that I try to stay away from Diet Pepsi just because of the way it reacts to my body. If I drink Diet Pepsi, then my ankle's gonna swell. I automatically know it. The sweetener that they have in it, if I drink it today, tomorrow, my ankle's gonna swell. So I really try to stay away from it if I can. Now, so they didn't have no Diet Coke. So I was like, okay, well, what am I going to drink? Well, they have Powerade, but of course that's sweet. And they had Diet Dr. Pepper, so I could have gotten that, but I just didn't know if I wanted to have a whole big large of Diet Dr. Pepper. Now, they actually had Coke Zero, which I can drink the Coke Zero. Don't necessarily like the taste of it as much as I like my Diet Coke, but I was like, well, I could have the Coke Zero. So I poured a little bit of it and I tasted it and I was like, that's just not really what I wanted. So I dumped that out and then I went over and I tried their lemonade because I knew it was going to be sweet, but I wasn't exactly sure how sweet it was going to be. So I went over and I tried the lemonade. Well, of course, that was really, really sweet. And I was like, I can't drink that either. So I dumped that out too. So then I got the bright idea. I said, well, I'm not a big iced tea drinker, okay? But I will get a cup of ice and I will fill it half with, or a little bit more than half, with unsweet tea. And then I would put the rest with sweet tea. And a lot of you guys do that. I hear people do that all the time when they go. They ask for, I want half sweet, half unsweet. So that's what I did. I filled up the glass and I filled up the glass with ice, the cup with ice, and then I put it probably to about here. This is the size of the cup. Probably to about here with unsweet tea. And then I put the rest with sweet tea. Well, I had a sip of it while I was standing in line and I, had a couple of sips. I'm like, I'm mixing it around and stuff. I'm just not a big sweet tea person. Okay. Sorry, all you people from the South, but I'm just not a big sweet tea person. So I had those couple little sips and I'm like, yeah, it is kind of sweet, but I'll go ahead and I'll take it anyways. So I get it. I get to the car. Now I'm thirsty. So I go ahead and have a couple of swigs of it. Okay. That tea was so sweet. Okay. Now I am, like I said, I'm not a sweet tea drinker. I drink Diet Coke. I don't drink regular Coke. So I don't eat a lot of candy. I'm just not a big sweet person. I am sweet, but I'm not. Of course I'm sweet. My husband says I'm sweet and little. I'm sweetle. But anyways, I had taken a big swig of it and I got this huge sugar rush. I could taste the sugar in my mouth. Well, it was so bad. Now I took a couple of sips still as I was going around because I just felt so bad because I got this whole big drink and I was thirsty. I should have just got a whole cup of water. I would have been a lot better. Just got the ice and water and I would have been probably a lot happier. So anyways, I want to show you. Okay, so this is the cup that I got and this is the tea. Now, when you get something and either it doesn't hit you or you don't like it, why are you going to force yourself to still eat it? Okay, this is a perfect point because in this cup is a lot of calories. But I was willing to have those calories because I was just trying to have something different to drink. Everybody tells you, tea, it'll go right through you or whatever. So I was trying to do something different. Okay, but I'm just trying to show you that if you put something on your plate and you don't like it, why waste the calories on eating that item or drinking that drink? Why are you going to waste your calories that you could be eating something that you actually enjoy? Because I told you, I enjoy my food now. I really do. I was eating my food today at work And especially those, when I was dipping it in the barbecue sauce, the chicken nuggets, when I was dipping it in the barbecue sauce, it just tasted so good. It was only 3. I only had 3. And I tried to take 2 or 3 bites off of each one. But it just tasted so good. And I got to enjoy each bite instead of, because that's what we do. We just shove it in our mouths and we eat. And then we just keep eating and eating and eating until we're full. Okay? But this is how much of this tea I actually drank. Can you see it? I did not drink that much. I don't know if you can see it moving around in there, but it's literally only to right here. That's all I drank of it. That's all I drank, because it was something I didn't like. And I was like, why am I going to waste my calories on that? So what is the substitute for that? Well, I could have had the Coke Zero and it wouldn't have had any calories in it because it doesn't have any calories. I could have had the Diet Dr. Pepper, or could have had the Diet Pepsi, or could have gotten the water. Okay? But when I do want iced tea, this is what I want to show you. Everybody knows what these are, right? Crystal Light iced tea. All right. So these, let me put my handy dandy, I brought my glasses with me today so I could read the ingredients for you. So these are the little packets, and you put into your bottle of water, okay? So this has 5 calories, okay? So we have 5 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium. So these ones don't have any sodium. It does have 1 gram of carbohydrate. Who knows where that comes from? But that's what I wanted to say. 5 calories. 5 calories in this. And this is my lemon iced tea. This is the one that I like, the lemon iced tea. So, and the ingredient that's in here, I forget which one it is, but the artificial sweetener that is in this is the same one that's in the Diet Coke. Whereas in like the pink lemonade and some of the other ones, I can drink the regular lemonade because it has the same sweetener, but the pink lemonade and some of the other ones have the other sweetener that is in the Diet Pepsi. And of course, if I drink that, then my legs swell. So we just don't want that. Yesterday, we were talking about whole wheat. I was trying to remember exactly what it says in the ingredients. So today I had bought another bag of mine. This was this one is the whole grain, thin sliced, 100% whole wheat. Okay. This is the one that has, for 2 slices, it's 130 calories. Okay. So this is what I've been using, is this. Okay. Now, in the ingredients, made from, let me bring this up there, made from whole wheat flour. Now, I was telling you about that. I was telling you about what the wording has to say. So if it is 100% whole wheat, it has to say whole wheat flour, okay? So let me just give you an example for, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about next, the flour tortillas, okay? Now this one, if you look at it, and we talked about this, it says enriched bleached flour. It actually says enriched bleached flour. Okay, so this is where I was telling you that they take the wheat germ out and then they synthetically put it back in. Okay, so we've been talking about prepared foods, about the foods that are already prepackaged. And we know that they're not as good for us. We know they're not as healthy because they have a lot of sodium in them. So I wanted to see if I could come up with a way to make the chicken quesadillas because I was really enjoying the chicken quesadillas. So I wanted to see if there was a way that I could come up with something so that way I could have two instead of just one. So now my husband, of course, would eat the regular stuff. So that's the reason why I bought these. These are just regular flour tortillas. Okay, they're just they were ones that I saw, nothing particular about the brand or anything, but one tortilla is 140 calories, okay? There's 24 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of sugar, okay? But we know that carbohydrates turn straight to sugar. So I found these are carb counter, okay? Now these have only 45 calories in one. This one had 140. This one has 45 in one, okay? And it does have 15 grams of carbohydrates, where this one had 24 grams of carbohydrates. So we got a little bit less, and it has no sugar, okay? And no added sugar. So that's all good. That's what we want. So this is what I'm going to try. I'll try them this weekend and see if I like them. Because the way that I've got it worked out, figuring out my meat-wise and my cheese, I can actually eat 2 of those. I can have 2 chicken quesadillas instead of having that one that was the prepackaged one that you saw me eat. So, well, that's it for today. And I hope that you have started your day one. If you haven't, then I encourage you, just make that step. You know, the first day is the hardest day, but you can do it. You can do it. I'm on day 18. I'd love to hear about your day one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you tomorrow.